the channel. Today, I wanted to do a part two to the Twin Flames higher self messages. So I already blessed and shuffled, and I wanted to have a look at the deeper meaning between the spirit, the enlightened combination of the divine masculines communicating messages to you, divine feminines in particular. Now, before I was even shuffling, I saw the moon card, and I'm so delighted it actually has come out. Because if you have been watching my channel for the last few readings that I posted, the moon card keeps coming out consistently, consecutively. Now, when we have a look at the overall meaning behind the moon card, it does represent illusions. It is this veil. There is these types of hidden emotions, and there is a lot of fears and doubts and even desires coming up for the divine masculines as they're going through this deeper spiritual awakening. So it's no wonder that the moon card has come out, and I feel as if this has begun pretty much on the 14th of February, so just after the full moon in Leo. Now, the moon card does often speak to these deeper wounds, these deeper aspects of ourselves, and especially for the divine masculines who are being revealed aspects of their own intuition, their own dreams, their own desires, their own hidden truths that actually have been buried for such a long time, right? And even distinguishing between this is what I want and this is what society wants from me is needing to be clarified. It needs to be a way for them to open up to this new reality. And um it's very abnormal. It's very unusual. There's no trust in that, I feel, from the divine masculine. So as they're wanting to reveal those subconscious fears, desires, understand their hidden emotions, understand their intuition and their dreams, it's very unfamiliar. So even though the divine masculines keep having this moon card coming up pretty much since the 14th of February, it has suggested this deeper spiritual awakening, this deeper transformation that is navigating the masculines through uncertainty and truly to embrace the unknown. So we have had these cards come up consecutively. These cards, these messages are very astute into letting us as divine feminines know that we may not be around our divine masculines. We may not know what exactly is going on, but this is a very important time for them to communicate with themselves, with them and their higher selves, to deepen that trust, deepen that faith, deepen that communication. So your twin flames higher self may be communicating to you because they're facing emotional confusion. They're facing much heartache, pain regarding their own shadow selves. Now, what I'm also seeing is that feminines have been astutely aware of this because they are feeling the sacral chakra more than usual. So, feminines, if you're feeling that, you're probably being kept from the deeper transformation that your divine masculine is going through, well, yeah, they are working through their fears. They're working through those insecurities, the insecurities, the wounds, the traumas that they faced. So even though the moon card is about illusions and facing those shadows and heightening the intuition, it's also about a path towards trust, clarity, truth by following the intuition. So you feminines are needing to continue to trust your inner knowing, continue to follow your divine feminine energy, ground in your own emotions, your own love, your own connection with your higher self and your divine masculine's higher self. because they too are journeying through this healing process. And you probably are feeling the essential symptoms physically, but mentally you probably are in a better state than you have been in a long time. Now, the Three of Pentacles was the second card that came out. And I find this really interesting because I feel like for many of you, this might have began in 2023. It could have also begun in 2017, in 2020. So the Three of Pentacles is a card that represents collaboration, teamwork, building a solid foundation. You know, it is a sign of unity, cooperation. It is a sign that the foundation that needs to be built for long-term success. Now, when we see the Three of Pentacles coming after the moon, this is a spiritual symbol for divine support, for guidance through partnerships. And it's really fascinating because this type of deck, I see a lot of red, I see the red thread, I see the connection. And your counterpart feminines is acknowledging the importance of working together. The divine masculine acknowledges the importance of not only teams, collaboration, they need to work together to build a stable, harmonious connection. They need to have a partner who understands their own dynamics. And they do want you to know that even if the progress feels slow or unclear, that's representative of the moon, which is why the moon and the Three of Pentacles is really important here, because even though it's unrecognizable in the 3D reality, in the physical state, feminines, the divine masculines want you to know, their higher selves want you to know that they are committed to this growth, that they are recognizing that divine timing is guiding this process for the both of you, that this collaboration is being built, this foundation is being built between both your higher selves in regards to this union. And when we have a look at the third card that came out, was the Two of Swords. Now, in part one, if you haven't checked that one out already, we have the Two of Pentacles. So again, we're seeing 18, 3, 2. That could be a number of significance for you. The Two of Swords is about this indecision. So in part one, we have the Two of Pentacles, which really does symbolize the divine masculine sense of awakening. The Two of Swords is representative of the divine feminine sense of spiritual awakening. Now, isn't this funny? Because they landed both in the very exact position for the both of you. So what have we got here? I feel that this particular energy, this particular Two of Swords vibe is giving you feminines clarity about their own indecision, about the divine masculine's indecision, about the inner conflict, needing to choose between two paths. Sometimes it's a case of, do I choose the physical or the spiritual? Do I choose the logical or the intellect, not intellectual, the logical, intellectual, or the woo-woo intuition? Like there's no evidence behind that. So how do you follow that? Now, these paths do symbolize those spiritual crossroads. You know, do they follow their intuition? Do they follow the higher guidance? Do they follow the logic? Do they follow the intellect? And that's the struggle that the divine masculines are going through. But I also feel that through your sacral chakra feminines, around the womb space, around your lower back, you're feeling your divine masculines awakening. You're feeling the energy of this struggle. So you may be in a better place to look after yourself physically. You might want to do more yoga. You might want to just do more womb space healing and clearing, because this affects you too. The way your masculine is struggling also means that you need to deepen your connection with yourself, with your higher self, with your inner child, with your spiritual self, with your divine feminine energy. Now, your counterpart wants you to know that they are probably feeling mentally and emotionally stuck, which is why I was saying the sacral chakra is really important, because that's where emotional energy kind of feels sticky, around that lower back area. The divine masculine wants you to know that they have been torn, that they probably are torn between fear and love. they probably fear a divine connection because they don't know what that looks or feels like. They anticipate the worst. You know, they've had situations in the past. They fear that that will repeat in the future. They don't have this synergistic, harmonious faith within their current reality and their spiritual destiny. And this is why this Two of Swords coming up in the near future for the divine masculines, letting you know, feminines, that they aren't quite ready to fully embrace the connection with themselves, let alone the connection between the both of you. They may not be able to make a significant leap of faith. And remember, in the part one, we had the leap of faith card as the Fool card right in the middle. And that is where the leap of faith needs to be taken to build this foundation, to make sure that they ground in these emotional energies, that they are able to move past fear and into love. And really, this card of the Two of Swords, it seems volatile, it seems uncertain, but remember, in the Rider-Waite Tarot, in the After Tarot, the lady is blindfolded. So it is asking the divine masculines to look at their intuition, to assess their feelings, to create this sense of inner peace, to come into clarity, going within, instead of looking for external validation, external forces. Your counterpart is truly asking you to trust the divine process and have patience as they continue on this ascension journey. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star card, which I absolutely love because, again, it keeps coming out consecutively in the last few readings if you've been following my channel. Please do click the like video if you're still here and hit the subscribe button. The Star card is hope. It's guidance, it's spiritual healing, and it's destiny. Now, from all of the part one and the part two reading, I really love that the Star card at the bottom of the deck emphasizes hope, divine spiritual healing, destiny. It is a representation that after all of this deep spiritual awakening, after all of the challenges that the divine masculine are going through, there is renewal after the darkness. There is renewal, there is light once they face those shadows. This is a guiding light. This is a guiding light. So yes, this is a guiding light. This is a guiding light for the divine masculines, for the twin flames higher self, reassuring you, divine feminines who are listening in today, that there is hope, there is healing, there is representation of this connection being aligned with the higher realms within your higher selves. It's actually coming together to expand the healing, expand the hope for the both of you. And if at this time things are feeling stagnant, if they're feeling uncertain, like that is the point to give you acknowledgement that you don't need to fear this push and pull energy, that your connection is divinely protected. Like, you already know this. You already know your union and your spiritual purpose cannot be denied. You know, this is the divine masculine actually coming in and reassuring you, reminding you to trust the divine plan and stay aligned with your higher self as this connection unfolds. So it's a very powerful time. So allow the divine masculines to go through their own processes in their own time. And this is where this sense of patience in the unknown is continued. So that's where we're seeing this divine protection over your union, this powerful spiritual purpose, right? And this is divinely aligned with your spiritual team, your ancestors, and your goddess energy, divine feminines. Now, what I found really fascinating, before I round up, the final card at the back of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, again, I cannot reiterate how many times these Ten of Pentacles keep coming up. What does a Ten of Pentacles symbolize? Long-term stability, abundance, generational legacy. This is higher than the Ten of Cups, but the Ten of Cups, that needs to be created as a foundation. So in that twin flame connection, you are being representative as the potential for building a life together. You know, this Ten of Pentacles is that you're deeply rooted in your spiritual purpose. You're deeply aligned with earthly prosperity. So yes, it is about stepping into building a life together, you know, rooting yourself in that spiritual purpose, in those earthly prosperous energies. So your divine masculine is actually letting you know that there is a long-term union and stability, which is a part of your shared destiny. Let me say that again. Your counterpart, their higher self, is giving you the acknowledgement that there is long-term union and stability, which is a part of both of your shared destiny. And that is where we're seeing there is this envisioning, there is this power of creating, co-creating this life of abundance, of joy, of fulfillment. And it also is crying out for you to understand that this type of legacy creation takes consistency. It takes patience. It takes slow building consistency, right? It does require patience and trust and acknowledging that this foundation takes time. It's something that you both need to do individually before you can actually come together and do it as one. So overall, we're seeing that this communication is a message of hope. It is a message of patience and spiritual growth. Nothing you don't already know, but sometimes we need that reminder. It's asking you, divine feminines, directly from your twin flames higher self, to trust this process, to allow them to work through their own hidden fears, their own mental indecision, their own emotional confusion. And there's this recognition that the collaboration and the shared effort are really essential for building that long, stable foundation that you have both desired and you both want. So when we have the Star card and the Ten of Pentacles, it is so deeply reassuring, even after all of the tumultuous, challenging times that you were both going through. But I feel that Divine Feminines, you're probably feeling this more so for them, on behalf of them. And so this shared destiny is so blessed and supported. You are being really aligned with divine forces, with your ancestors and spirit team. And even if the timing feels quite uncertain, even if it feels quite distant between the both of you, this timing isn't yours to dictate. It isn't for you to acknowledge that you don't need to predict this. You get to move out the own way and let the universe take its course. So I want to leave you with one final question is how can you explore ways to energetically align and support this current phase of the divine plan for you and your counterpart? So how are you able to energetically support this phase when you're aligning with the divine plan? So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please let me know in the comments box if this is something that you enjoyed or resonated with. Even if you wanted to send an emoji in the comments box just to let me know that this is something that resonated. And it really, I was hoping to give you food for thought. Subscribe if you haven't already, click the like button, and I will speak with you all soon. Lots of love. Bye for now.